Welcome to the 2K Sports Studios. I'm Greg Gumbel, along with my partner Clark Kellogg. Coming up on the NCAA Tournament Edition of College Hoops Tonight, brought to you by State Farm, the #1 auto insurer. We'll preview the Final Four, which promises to be as spectacular as ever, as well as show you the action from the Sweet 16 and Elite 8 that had college hoops fans across the nation buzzing. But we begin with the player who gave a virtuoso performance in the second week of the tournament.
Guy had a fantastic week. He dominated the action from his power forward spot, and that's no easy task in college basketball these days.
You got that right, partner. This had to be one of the great Sweet 16 and Elite 8 performances that we've seen. Not only was he clicking on all cylinders offensively, he matched that performance at the defensive end. He threw off the opposing game plan in the first and second rounds. We'll see if he keeps it going in the Final Four. Let's look ahead to what we've been waiting for all season, the Final Four. With the 4 teams we have, this should be as good a final weekend as we've seen in quite some time. I'm looking forward to this game just like everybody else. This matchup has the possibility of becoming quite a little rivalry because these teams match up so well against each other, and it's always a heated atmosphere when they're on the court together.
UNLV has been one of the best teams to this point of the tournament in terms of playing with freedom. And what I mean by that is they tend to not play under pressure. And I think that's a credit to their coach, who's among the best in the game. I think they'll prevail because of that confidence and poise.
And the other Final Four contest should be just as riveting. This will be a fantastic battle. This is shaping up to be a prototypical style versus style matchup. Great scorers on one side of the court, great defenders on the other. This is going to be a real showdown.
Boston College is going to be my pick this time, Greg. Their style could really present some problems on the offensive end of the court. And I look for them to be an absolute handful every time the ball's in their hand.
Clark, the past weekend provided some incredible drama, so let's take a look at some of the most exciting contests from the Sweet 16 and Elite 8. Our first game was an excellent Sweet 16 matchup. Boston College got by Notre Dame.
Well, Greg, this game wasn't decided until that final buzzer sounded. A couple of different bounces one way or the other, and this could have been a totally different outcome. Boston College played some absolutely stifling defense. They made the guys on the other side work for every basket, and you can see that reflected in the shooting percentage. They never let up on the defensive end. That really took the pressure off the offense and allowed them to dictate the tempo of the game. To me, that was the biggest factor.
Next up was another exceptional tournament contest. Idaho outdid Villanova.
The Idaho Vandals were intensely focused coming into this game, and their preparation was outstanding. They looked like they were ready for anything, Greg, kind of like you are when we come into the studio. Haywood was the hero of this one with a terrific performance. His 19 points led all scorers. Watching him basically put his teammates on his back and single-handedly carry them to the victory in a big game situation like this was stupendous. And for him to have a game like that on college basketball's grandest stage, the NCAA tournament, is simply phenomenal, Greg. What a performance.
That'll do it for us here in the studio.